Tell me what, briefly, you think Merkel's legacy will be. I mean, you know her well. How will she see her legacy?
She's lacking one thing a lot of politicians would see as their driving force for being elected, and that's vanity. And so I'm really not sure how she would like to be seen. I just met her a few days ago again, and it's never, ever about herself. It's about her country, it's about the people. So how will she be seen? I think one major point will be not only first elected woman as German chancellor, not only the fact that she has probably been in office longer than Helmut Kohl. Those are side aspects. I think one of the main achievements is keeping Germany on a successful road during one of the largest financial crises the globe has seen, and that was an enormous achievement. Keeping Europe together at that very time, although others would say Germany put other European member states at risk, but that was definitely not her goal. She kept the thing together. And then, of course, there'll be critical voices on one hand in respect of how she dealt with the refugee crisis. But there will also others be in the history books who will say, remember one thing. About 80 years ago, 75 to 80 years ago, trains in Germany sent people to gas chambers. And now at that moment, 2015, trains arrived in Germany where Germans would embrace refugees. And that's something where she set a humanitarian example. And yes.
And suffered one of her greatest political defeats.
And suffered one of their greatest political defeats. And of course was almost obliterated even by party members. How could you? And were there mistakes? Absolutely. Was it managed well? Not entirely. But I think there will be some kind of a split reactions amongst historians, split reactions amongst historians, whether she acted highly responsibly, humanitarian, and with an amount of soul and heart you usually don't expect from politicians, or whether she just mismanaged how to deal with it, or the question of how to deal with it. And that's something where I can't tell you the result yet, but I wish that it will be a fair look back. She'll never be seen as someone highly charismatic. She'll never be seen as the most imposing leader, but she'll be seen as someone who was capable of managing day-to-day politics probably more with the best, as we say in German, costume of nerves imaginable around her. She was dealing and juggling all these things very properly. And yes, could she have done a little bit more here and there for problems of the next generation? Maybe, but that's not her style.